It's unclear how the incident itself took place. The damage would indicate that the Fitzgerald sailed into the path of the much larger cargo ship, which is likely to raise questions about the status of the crew at the helm of the U.S. destroyer at the time. The U.S. military says 7 American soldiers have been wounded after an Afghan soldier opened fire on them at a camp. Shooting taking place in a province in northern Afghanistan. The attacker later shot and killed another Afghan soldier, being wounded in the incident. The Taliban praising the attack, but has not claimed responsibility. So-called green-on-blue attacks, or Afghan soldiers turning on their U.S. colleagues, remaining a major concern for coalition forces in Afghanistan. 3 U.S. soldiers killed in a similar incident earlier this month. Pakistan reopening another border crossing with Afghanistan. This crossing had been closed in February after terror attacks, which left over 100 people dead in Pakistan. Pakistan closing all of its border crossings with Afghanistan after security officials blame militants, which they say operate from the Afghan side of the border. 2 major crossings have since been reopened. However, most others remain shut down for the time being. Health authorities in Yemen now say the death toll from a major cholera outbreak in the war-torn country has hit over 1,000 since late April. Yemeni officials also say the total suspected number of cases of cholera reaching around 151,000. The World Health Organization warning that figure could hit 300,000 over the next 6 months. Cholera, the latest challenge facing Yemen, which is already in the grip of a major humanitarian crisis. Figures showing that around 2/3 of the population, around 19 million, need humanitarian aid and protection. Around 10.3 million people living at near famine levels, 14.5 million with lack of access to safe drinking water. A blockade on Yemen as part of the Saudi-led campaign to push back the country's rebel forces, leaving Yemen desperately short of basic necessities. Even before the Houthi uprising, Yemen had been one of the poorest countries in the region. This year's Paris Air Show set to open up on Monday. French President Emmanuel Macron scheduled to attend the opening. Christophe Robin, with the French Aerospace Industries Association, says the event comes as demand for new planes remains strong.
I don't agree with the point of view that demand for new planes has dropped. Air traffic is on the rise on a worldwide level. The rise varies depending on the region, but globally it can be around 5% a year. Airplanes are more and more modern. We're witnessing airplanes that are more and more ecological. So, on the contrary, I think today there are more and more planes being manufactured and sold.
Paris Air Show, held every 2 years, the oldest and largest air show in the world.
ChinaPlus.cri.cn is your home for everything you want to know about China.
The latest news in China and everything China-related from around the world.
Everything can focus, all in one place, bringing you vital information for your business and travel.
Chinese culture, language learning, and more.
ChinaPlus.cri.cn.
ChinaPlus.cri.cn. Your portal into today's Middle Kingdom.
Turning over to sports, the first ever BRICS Games underway in the southern city of Guangzhou. Some 300 athletes from the BRICS countries, namely Brazil, Russia, India, China, and South Africa, participating in events including men's basketball, women's volleyball, and wushu. Apart from the competitions, organizers also arranging a series of cultural events for the athletes and coaches at the games. Over to football, host Russia easing to a 2-0 victory over New Zealand in the opening match of the Confederations Cup. New Zealand head coach Anthony Hudson saying the first game of any tournament always a challenge.
It's tough to open a tournament, and it's tough to play against the home nation, especially in front of a home crowd like tonight. And one thing's for sure, going 2-0 down, but still showing a lot of spirit and a lot of fight and trying to win the game in this type of environment was very, very promising. So there's a lot for us to build on.
World champions Germany, along with the champions from FIFA's 6 confederations, competing in the 2-week tournament. Chinese football, Guangzhou Evergrande's winning streak now being